Hi there everybody, Happy New Year. It's Geraldine Ling here from Manchester, UK, Access Consciousness Bars Facilitator. Wow, what a great moment it is already. This morning I woke up and I had this giddy energy, and I was asking my body all sorts of questions like, what is this? And one of the things that was really fun for me was to ask my body where it would like to create this new day video. So, all for the month of January. This is day number 1. Happy New Year's Day, especially to Sarah Jane Fraser. I know it's her birthday today as well. I chose to step up and create fun videos every day of the month of January around the wonderland of you and the well-being of you, and what creations we can create and choose together for your own well-being. So when I was asking my body this morning, where would you like to create your first video, I had this giddy energy to come to the park. And our local park is a conservation area, and one of the signs that was up on the park area at the front, I wrote it down because I couldn't remember it. I tend to forget names and places and information quite quickly. So it says, this conservation area has been dedicated for the enjoyment of the local residents. So here we are. When I looked at the actual information on the sign, look what we found. And we've got the Christmas tree here. So everyone's been creating in this little park area, and it's so much fun. Good morning, Hazel, or good evening in Australia. I know you're watching now, and it's probably quite a few hours difference there, so welcome aboard. So what's my creation for day number 1? So what I was considering was again asking my body around what kind of video I'd like to create today, and what was coming up for me was smiles and laughter. And when I was putting up a Facebook Live a few days ago, good morning Richard, actually Richard Marchand and Lucky Star have actually inspired me for this first day video, so thank you. How's it getting any better than that? Thank you for the thumbs up, I know you're listening. So I've just chosen to come here and create this little video, and all about smiles and laughter and joy. And what's been interesting over the last few days since I last created the first live video to introduce you and invite you to this was I went out into my car the other day on the street opposite where I live, and there was a little boy and a little girl about age 4 and 5 that were in the window just reading together, and they looked a little bit sad and miserable, and they were hidden behind the curtains so you could see them in front of the window. Anyway, I looked up and I just gave them a little smile and a wave. And this little girl looked at me quite shyly and strangely and went so I turned away and put everything in my car, and then I turned around again and I just went hi, and all of a sudden I got this burst of energy from her, and she went hi back. And it was just lovely to receive that energy and to gift that energy to a little girl that I didn't know. And she probably thought in her own mind, oh, maybe this is a stranger, should I wave to strangers? But the energy was so light that she actually contributed to my little morning, so that was ace. And then I went out for a lovely walk yesterday with one of my good friends, and we were talking about asking your body lots of questions, and he was going into this head thinking state and deciding about lots of things and rationalising and planning stuff. And I just said to him, oh, thinking is stinking. And he just burst out laughing, and it just changed his world completely in that moment. So that actually created a lot of laughter for him and I, and we just couldn't stop giggling really for a few moments. And then it brought me back to another memory that I had as a child, how laughter can be pretty infectious, at least when you don't expect it, and you just don't know where you might be in the environment and who you might be with and who you might be talking to. And I remember when I was about 7 or 8, I went to Pembrokeshire in Wales, and we went into this little cafe for a drink, and I don't know what my dad was saying, and my younger sister was there, and all of a sudden I just had this burst of energy and I just started laughing and I couldn't stop, and the tears were rolling down my eyes, and then the people on the next table were laughing and joking, and they were looking at me and they started laughing hysterically, and then my dad started crying, and he's like, "What are you laughing at?" I said, "I don't know, I'm just laughing. I'm just finding what you're saying or the whole environment really, really funny." So for around half an hour, I had this giddiness of this alive energy that I couldn't really explain. And sometimes it's okay, you just don't know how to explain things. And yeah, there've been moments over the last few days, especially for me, where I've had that giddy childlike energy all of a sudden. And so what would it take to have that giddy childlike energy back? Where did it go? At what point in our lives did we decide that we couldn't have fun and laughter and be fun and have this fun and frivolity and dress up and, you know, contribute to our environment in different ways that creates a lot more fun? And one of the other things that I woke up to this morning was when I was asking my body around all these ideas for creating this video as well. Good morning, Roger. I got this energy and this awareness of movement in the room, and I was like, what is this movement? And then all of a sudden I saw this ladybird appear on my arm, on my right arm, and it was just walking up my arm, and it was just walking up my little fingers, and it walked to the end of my fingers, and then it walked down, and then it was tickling my hand on the inside, and then it just made me laugh. And then I would look around the room, and actually for the last few days I've had loads of ladybirds appear in my bedroom, and I was like, wow, what is this? What's going on here? And it was just that little moment of burst of energy that was like, oh, that's so sweet. And I went out to my car, and we're back to Manchester rain, and that's okay. And I was smiling because a pigeon had pooed on my car the other day, and it was a massive area of mess. And I was like, oh, thanks universe, it brought a smile to my face, simply because it meant that I don't have to wash my car, the rain's doing it for me. So how's it getting any better than that? All that environmental energy contributing to your happiness. So yeah, I've just been sat here for the last few minutes, and before I even came on Facebook Live, the church bell started chiming. I was like, wow, how cool is that? All that fun and frivolity of music and energy and sounds and vibrational energy. And that brought me back to a memory as a child, because we used to live next to a vicarage, and one day every year as a child through our little primary school, we used to get the opportunity to go up into the belfry and have that chance and opportunity to ring the bells. Oh, and it was so much fun, because I'm only 5'1" in height. I must have been about 4'2", if that. And the vicar actually gave us information and taught us how to ring a bell with the rope and holding on to it. And I remember with not having a lot of strength in my arms, I had to get one of the teachers to help me. And because I couldn't pull the rope, but when it was ringing, you couldn't hear yourself talk, and you couldn't hear anybody else talk. And yeah, that just brought lots of fun energy back into my life, and through that little memory. So yeah, that was awesome. And what contribution can a smile be to you today? So day number 1 for me is the smile. So what I've looked at and wanted to share with you is around the health benefits of a smile. So it just means that, have you got conscious awareness of your smile, and how much of awareness of your smile are you willing to contribute and create for you this year? So a smile is, they help to create all those endorphins in our body, and the neurotransmitters are what we call endorphins that are released when you smile, and these are triggered by the movements of your muscles in your face. So how much of your muscles can contribute to your well-being just by choosing to lift your muscles, smile. It's a natural Botox, so anyone that's considering facial ops, just try the smile. How's it getting better than that? Would a smile contribute more to your well-being and your skin in different ways? Just saying. Whilst it releases endorphins and it increases those in your body, it actually reduces the stress levels, and the cortisol is a stress hormone that's reduced. So that's awesome, isn't it? And laughing expands your lungs. It stretches the muscles in your body. So would you be willing to smile and laugh more? What would it take for you to create more smiles and laughs more? And a smile is a good and effective way that we can release our emotions. And what would it take for you just to smile at somebody just in the passing in the street and not have any expectation, and just say, hi, how are you? Good morning. It's also an attractive expression that's likely to draw people to you rather than push them away. It creates that positivity and the happiness, and it's that effervescence. And I remember when I was at a job interview for the job that I'm doing now, and I'd had all these preconceived judgments, decisions, conclusions, expectations of what you're supposed to wear in an interview, how you're supposed to be, whether or not you're supposed to wear a lot of makeup, whether or not you're supposed to wear a nose stud or not, take everything out. And actually I just went, no, fuck it, I've had enough of that. I'm doing what I choose to do. And one of the things that I stepped up for my job was I actually just smiled. For most of my interview, I just smiled, I laughed, I was the natural entertainer, and it got me the job. So how's it get any better than that? And my background's teaching Zumba as well, and the fitness. I love health and fitness, fashion and beauty. And I had the opportunity to do some Zumba teaching a couple of years ago. And I was invited for an interview, and I asked my buddy at that point, what would be fun for me to create an interview in a totally different way? And I was smiling all the way through, and I actually wore a Zumba outfit that was so sparkly and bright and shiny, and I actually did some practical fun exercises with movement and music and dancing with your body, and all the way through I was smiling, and that got me the job too. So what if your smile can mesmerise people to contribute more to you and your well-being, but also give you all sorts of opportunities that you never considered before? Would you be willing to try that? Try it, see. And one of the things that I'd really, really love to share with you are, welcome aboard others that are watching. Good morning. One of the things that I found fascinating was, many years ago I came across a poem about a smile, and as I was listening to Katie Rubin, who's an amazing, funny entertainer, and she works with Access Consciousness, I was laughing and joking around her frivolity and the way that she performs and shares her videos, and that was contributing to my smiles more. Good morning! There you go, your smile creates more hip pips in the car. How's it getting better than that from the local residents? That's ace. Oh, that's made my morning. Good morning! Guy smiling and laughing on his bike. So, what I'd like to share with you now is a little poem that I came across in 2000 that I've always kept, always made me smile. And it's been a massive contribution to my well-being. And if there are any times in the day or any points or opportunities where you're in difficult situations, maybe just choose to stop and breathe, energize your body, move your mouth and smile. And try it for a minute. What have you got to lose? And how much more does that create for you and others? Because I can guarantee that you won't stay in a difficult, upsetting, sad state for long. Have that gratitude for your well-being, and have that gratitude also that if you contribute a smile to your body, what would your facial features be like in the next 5, 10, 15 years from now? What could that contribute? So what you choose to create today contributes more for your well-being in the future. So I'm going to finish off with good morning. More people watching in their van, a bright green van. How does it get better than that? So I'm going to finish off with sharing a beautiful smile poem just for you. Are you ready? So, a smile is infectious. You can catch it like the flu. When someone smiles at me today, I started smiling too. I passed around the corner and someone saw my grin. When I smiled and he realised that I'd passed it on to him. I thought about that smile, then I realised its worth. A single smile, just like mine, could travel around the earth. So if you feel the smile begin, don't leave it undetected. Let's start an epidemic quick and let's get the world infected. So to all of you, all my Facebook friends all over the world, here's a smile and laughter just for you. So how's it getting you better than this? What else is possible? Good morning, Sal. Good morning, Gary. How did I get so lucky to have all these contributions to my live videos? So, my question to you now is, what shall we choose to create tomorrow of day 2 of the Wellbeing Wonderland of your well-being? Take care for now, have fun, and keep smiling.